G'day guys, Jack the Muss here. Just doing a little bit of an update. I've got a couple of videos that come out which I haven't actually got around to editing yet, but I think this one's probably the most important. I don't know if much people know, but I have two sons and both of them have been diagnosed with ASD, autism, and in April in Australia is Autism Month, where it's just to raise awareness for autism. And I just thought there's one thing that I could possibly do to help out, because they've been so nice to me and my family, SA Autism, is to do a bit of a charity ride. Now, I've never done a charity ride before. I've never tried to organise anything like this, so you'll have to bear with me in getting all the relevant details. But I'm looking to do it on the third weekend of April, and I don't know exactly where we're going to ride to yet. I might try to find a couple of places that might put us up and do a bit of a feed at the end and maybe a beer, depending. And you know, I've spoken to a lovely lady, insert name, and she's offered to help out in getting me some autism awareness stickers and maybe some key rings or something. And all money goes directly to Autism SA, or just Autism really, Australia Foundation, to help for certain things like weekends. Like I've gone to a weekend where both my sons got invited to go to a circus weekend where they got to learn how to perform in a circus, and it was with all other kids with ASD, and they had a really great time. The people that put it on were lovely, and I'd just really like to get more things like that here for my children and for other people's children with the same disorder. And I just think this should be something that I'd like to get out there. If there's anything that I can do on YouTube, like I started this channel just basically for safety reasons with a camera on my helmet, and all these other people came along and they were all doing vlogging, and my awesome brother Max Booze got this camera for me to put onto my helmet so we could do dual vlogs and stuff. But since then I've moved away, and I moved from New South Wales to South Australia, and I don't have too many mates here in South Australia yet. I've been here for 10 months and work's taken up a lot of my time, and that's one of the main reasons why it's really hard for me to get out some vlogs and some videos edited up. But I promise you, I do have some pretty good ones coming out, especially the meetup with my Random Life 24/7, which has a couple of star people in it, which is Snarky Vlogs from here in South Australia, and Tridden Rides, and a Chef's Ride, you know, so it will be pretty good. It's got some great fucking monos, like those boys are going crazy, so it was really nice to get out and actually get to meet those guys. And if push comes to shove, we should be actually seeing Snarky Vlogs and Tridden on the day when I do this ride. Obviously it always depends on if they're available at the time. I spoke to them last night, and they're quite willing to come for it. Now, Tridden, if you don't know, has just had a bit of a bingle down in Tasmania, and he's broken a couple of ribs, and he's MTO9's off the road at the moment. So it'd be a bit hard for that boy to come back in just a couple of months to go riding, but he said if he's up for riding, he's there, so that should be awesome if he makes it along. Also too, Snarky's just a down-to-earth, honest bloke, makes awesome videos on YouTube, and he's offered to come along for the ride as well, and hopefully we can scrounge up some money for these people, because they desperately need it to put on awesome weekends to help our children with ASD function better in a social environment. And if you don't know what autism is. It's basically, it's a social problem where they get stuck in their own little world. This is probably why I do vlogging, you know, like I probably have autism, I've just never been tested for it. But when I feel most comfortable when I'm by myself doing my own thing, when I don't have to worry about other people. And I think that's what it comes down to, is just that autism is a social thing. And don't think about it as just social, like, you know, or social media or what. It means basically, it took my son 2 years to walk up to two other children and say, "Hi, my name's Graham, what's yours?" Because they don't understand the simple things like that, to start a conversation, to even follow up with questions about what they're talking about. It's an extremely hard thing for them to do, and for them to try to get their head around it and learn how to do it. So with these weekends, like going to the circus, training weekend, they got to interact with all the other kids with ASD, and they had an absolute ball. They had the best time. So it's just finding common interest, I think, that really helps them. And so if you could, I'll put up some details. I don't know everything yet on what I'm going to do, where I'm going to do it, or how I'm going to do it. I just know that I've spoken to South Australia Autism, and they're going to set up a website for an Everyday Hero website, which will have the link on how to give money, and also on the day I'll be providing people that come along with a sticker that they can put on their bike or their visor or wherever they want to put it. And you know, I don't know what donation it will be or how much or anything like that. It's just whatever you can give. It doesn't worry me if you turn up and you have a $2 coin and say that's all I can give you. That doesn't worry me. If you turn up, it means that you are aware of autism and what families go through. So this is a high topic, a thing that we need to get a hold of, and to give the most support we possibly can for it's called early intervention, where if you can diagnose your child early enough before the age of 9, and they get a government subsidised and certain things for them to help them to integrate into schools and, you know, things like that, and give them like areas where they can be themselves. So I'll put up another vlog later on when I get a bit more details. I've got to get my bum in the gear. I've got to get into this and figure out how to do it. I've also got a special guest that will possibly come along, but that's to be decided by the time that, you know, it gets near further to the date, and if this person can turn up or not. But that would be a great little surprise too. Obviously I'm a moto vlogger, and I'm getting snarky vlogs and maybe Tridden to come along, and just it's anybody that rides a motorbike. I don't care if you turn up on a scooter. If you turn up with a scooter, I will be so thankful that you turned up to help me spread the awareness for autism. So I'd like to just end it there and just say thank you for even watching, to even just listen to me prat on about it. But it's something that I deal with every single day. It's something that my wife has to deal with, and especially my children who have ASD. So I'd like to thank you. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in an up-and-coming vlog with obviously more details on what I'm going to be up to and how we're going to do it. So thanks, team. I appreciate it. Jack the Muss is out.